Hi, welcome to the Insta Poetry Mic Show. My name is Laura, and we're back again this week to talk about poetry, but specifically how using poetry as an art form builds language. So I have a few people here with me. I will just briefly say their names, and then they can tell us a little bit more about what they do when it comes to writing and performing poetry, and also what their stage name is. So, briefly, I have Subuga, I have Tobias Waswa, and I have Sebo Lule. So I'm gonna start. I'd like to go to this. I'm going to ask you a question. Some people, when you talk to people about how you love poetry or write poetry generally, people are like, oh, they tend to look at you as someone who's either incredibly artistic and they don't understand, or somebody who's, should I say, your English or whatever language you're using is very complex, and they make it to us is, why do some people think of poetry as being complicated, in your opinion?
I think people tend to say poetry is complicated. Uh, I think should I say because of the way they understood it, because most of us, the poetry we had before we started this whole performance bit was the educational kind of poetry, the poetry we were taught in schools, the literature, those things, and most of us used to behave in a way that could make you think, now these guys were doing literature. There's other they used to make us feel like they're unique, they are probably sisters and brothers or descendants of Shakespeare. So basically, I would say poetry is hard because the perception or the way or the background we get. Personally, I used to think, because I never did literature, I think I did literature in O level, but there's a certain way I also used to feel, and I was a boy, and literature is normally viewed as a girl's subject. So there's a certain way people used to view me and other boys who used to do literature, and we also adopted that whole thing of we are kind of unique. So I think it's the language, normal, the vocabulary, because people think poetry has to be a lot of strong diction, and to a layman, they look at you as someone who is so unique, so learned, and stuff like that. But before you do something, you'll always look at it as hard. So people think poetry is hard because maybe they don't give it time to either understand it by reading or listening or watching it, or by doing it or practicing it. Otherwise, if we also thought it being hard, we would not have, been able to do it the way we do it. So I think it's all about the perception someone has. But well, at some point, some poets tend to make poetry hard. I don't know, maybe it's their. Yeah, I mean, some.
You have a point. There's some people who perform poetry, I think, and try and sound intelligent or very talented or good with words, and their
Yeah,
purpose is to confuse the person listening or the person reading, as opposed to communicating something, I think.
exactly. Yeah.
All right, so I'd like to hear your second poem. What's it called?
My second poem is called Sagala Galamide. Should I start?
Go. Go ahead.
Okay. Saagala agalamidde, njagala eyawulidde, njagala eyategedde, mwenna abeebase, nammwe abakose, mwenna, mwenna, mwenna muzuukuke. Saagala agalamidde, njagala eyawulidde, njagala eyategedde, mwenna abeebase, nammwe abakose, mwenna, mwenna muzuukuke. muzuukuke. Okweyisa eby'ekizungu olwo mba mugezi, olwo mba wa kabi, olwo mba wa bode. Naye bwe nfukamira mu Luganda, Lunyankole, Luswayiri, Lukyoli ne mbuuza olwo mba musiru, olwo mba mujega, misomo gyalema. Njagala kumanya lwaki ebyaffe bibi bijjudde ekizikiza, buli kiddugavu kiba kiraga masetaani. Laba kati tutya n'okweyita amannya gaffe agaabwe kati ge gaafuuka amannya. Kateregga James, Kambugu Leopold basanyuka nnyo okweyanjulanga James, Leopold ne Lian. Saagala agalamidde, njagala eyawulidde, njagala eyategedde. Mwenna abeebase, nammwe abakkuse, mwenna muzuukuke. Okunsomesa ku Napoleon, French Revolution, Italian Renaissance, nga simanyi lwaki ndi Muganda, simanyi lwaki ndi Munyankole, simanyi lwaki ndi Mugisu. Mpulira mbu Chris Columbus yavumbula America naye nga simanyi ddala lwaki abachwezi baabula. Mu British Columbia balimanya emiti naye nga simanyi njawulo wakati wa Maramagambo na Marabigambo. Laba ebyafaayo byaffe tebikyamanya oba byaliyo, naye nga ddala byaliyo, wabula mbuuze naawe ffe tetwaliyo, naye John Speke ne Richard Burton bo baaliyo. Era be bavumbula Kiira ne Nalubaale, naye nze bwe mba nsoma okuyita nina kuwandiika Nile na Victoria. Siringa avumirira eddiini oba vvoola amadiini, naye nga tebannajja naffe twalina eddiini. Katonda twali tumumanyi nga tebannajja na God. Eggulu lyaliyo nga tebannatusomesa ku heaven. Obumu twali bumu naye kati twasigala kweyisaako. Laba awamala takyabuuza musokerwa kuba omu akkiririza mu Yesu, omulala wa Yesu. Namubiru takyanyumya na Namuteberwa kuba omu wagenda mu Fanero, omulala wa Zoe. Hassan ne Hamza bali Kabwanango lwakuba omu wa Old Kampala ate omulala Kibuli kwafiira. Naye nga bano bonna Baganda, bano bonna Banyankole, bano bonna Bagisu, naye eggwanga kyasigala kubeera kitiibwa. Saagala agalamidde, njagala eyawulidde, njagala eyategedde. Mwenna abeebase, nammwe abakkuse, mwenna muzuukuke. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you for that. Wow, there's a lot of your poetry also has, I've noticed, a lot of rhythm as well. The use of refrain, it's really it's magical. Before we get into what's the name of your book? Okay, what's the subject matter of your book?
This poem, it's a complaining poem. It's an African who is complaining of the lost identity due to probably the coming of the whites and how they made us feel that we were dead before they came, and when they came, they kind of resurrected us, and yet we existed before their coming. So this person is explaining, highlighting these different forms of how we have lost all our African identity, like how we are beaten for speaking our local languages in schools and are praised for actually speaking their languages. Of recent, they started teaching Chinese in Uganda, and you'll find some being beaten for speaking their language. Man, Lule, I go to my former school Chinese. I felt so disappointed. You get, someone will be made to put on a bone, a sack, because they're speaking Luganda, but they'll be praised for speaking Chinese or English or whatever. Then I also stress the fact that we are not even sure our history existed because they wrote our history. I am sure all of us studied Columbus, Canadian prairies. Never even went to America, but I was forced to cram those maps and stuff. But you can, right now you can't tell me that I should show you Maramagambo and Marabigambo. I don't know those stories, but they're here in Uganda. Get my point. The religious part of it, that is another whole mess. We are all same people, but we are divided through religions. So basically, that is the whole subject matter of the poem, An African, stressing the fact that we have lost our African identity.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow. Thank you for that. This has reminded me of something. So, Sevolule, let me just ask you. So, based on the poems they has, I hope I asked this in a way you can understand. Um, we're made to be, as Africans, we're made to look at our culture and our use of language as something that is, not as important as, what the Western world wants us to. Would you say that the use of using, for example, using Luganda in language, in art, so using Luganda in poetry or using Luganda, whatever, in prose writing, would you say that it has that sort of effect as well on the people receiving the art? So, for example, if I find a poem or a book in Luganda and I'm a Luganda speaker, what would make me feel discouraged? Why should I? Why will I feel discouraged reading that and preferring English?
Uh, Now, first of all, uh, for me, or to me, writing in Uganda is a form of rebellion. So I identify as a rebel poet. I'm going against the the standards that have been set. So if you find something in your language and you don't pick it up and you don't want to learn about it, to get the knowledge that is in that piece of work, then maybe you are brainwashed into thinking that your own people can't write anything of importance. There are people who think, for instance, that philosophy is only available in English and other European languages, but philosophy is everywhere, is all around us. People just don't respect their own people and cultures and languages to try and find out what is hidden, what is in the art, what is in the writings.
Yeah, it's so interesting that you call yourself a rebel writer or rebel simply because
Yeah,
of
I'm a
that.
rebel poet.
Yeah, there's a sort of sadness in hearing that, just simply because
I'm
it's
getting feedback. Uh,
there. I think it's you. Can you mute?
Pardon?
There, can you mute your? Yeah,
Mine was actually muted.
okay, okay.
yeah. No, just saying yes, Sevolule. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes. Now, I was just saying there's a sort of sadness in knowing that because you want to perform or and write in your language, you have to be referred to as a rebel poet. There's a sort
No,
of it's rebel, but
yeah,
that's what
it's
the
sad.
that's
It's
what
it,
the direction the world has taken us, unfortunately. What's your second poem called?
My second poem is entitled Emiti Tutemajachi. So
Please go ahead.
it comes with an audio. I hope you'll pick it. no bikawa tulinywa chai nga tukaaba amaziga minyira omanye ekigaleeta atalina kisikiriza aliwe kamulambo nga balenzi na bigambo enjuba eri kyapa abalaasi akootadde n'ab'ebiwalaata kuzimba nguudo ezo zigenda mu geyeena kasita tulinawo okudda bwe bukyange ensi egaanyi ebyange nabyetisse dda sirinze kufa nfuuna amaanyi sirinze kufa nfuuka olwazi kuzimba masomero gandibadde makomera ensi etunyigire ku nzigi nga bwe tukuba obubonero obutulaga nti tuggwaawo nga nnoni eriibwa lubaawo emirandira bwe giritandika olutalo oluyitaani ggwe gundi atakyalina nnyina na kitaawe Okay, that's it.
Hey! Wow. Before we talk about anything else, please tell us about your poem. What was it about and what were you trying to communicate?
My poem is about the effects of cutting trees on the environment. I have a series of poems about climate change. So in the stanzas, I talk about what the reason people cut trees and the effects that might have on us as humans, or what I wish happens, because I said I'm a rebel poet. So for instance, in one of the stanzas I say, singa nno bikaawa tulinywa chai nga tukaaba. So I wish that people learn from cutting trees to plant sugar canes. I hope they taste bitter in the future.
Oh, there's a richness in your words. Thank you for that.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I also noticed you use, your use of music.
Yeah.
What inspired you to do that?
I want to produce poetry in a new format, something that's different from stage poetry and open mic and, let's say, slam poetry. So I'm combining music, rap music, instrumentals with the poems I've written to create recorded poetry, because I want it to go out there to the public. And since Ugandans like audio better than I've heard, they prefer audio to text. So
yeah,
I'm taking that short.
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm truly impressed.
Thank you.
Really, thank you. Tobias, I have a question for you before I ask you to perform your second poem. I wanted to ask. Sebo Lule has mentioned several times how he's a rebel poet, simply because of the choice of language and format he decides to use. to grab his audience's attention. So I wanted to ask, do you think we need more performance poets or spoken word artists in Luganda and local languages generally?
Yeah, most definitely, because if you want to talk about the real issues of society, I think we need to use more local poets. I wouldn't call them local, but poets that do poetry in local language.
Hello? I think he's frozen. Okay, wow. I was going to ask him to do his poem. Maybe we give him a few seconds, 5 seconds.
To what then?
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Tobias, you had disappeared. If you could just repeat that response briefly. Why would we need more artists and poets to perform in local languages?
I was giving an example of the COVID-19 situation, and if we use poets that are doing local languages, it is only them that can understand the emotions of the people and what they're going through, and they can put it in the way that people are feeling it. So I think we need to have more of us doing poetry in different languages across the country. Yes.
All right. What's your second poem? Please give us its title and perform it.
The poem is called Kumugalo. Yes. And it says, Ebule n'ebweya bali ku muggalo, abantu bafa abo nno bali ku muggalo, enguudo wonna ezo ziri ku muggalo, maduuka gaabwe ago nno gali ku muggalo. Buleese omwenkanonkano obulwadde, buleese okukolagana obulwadde, buleese osonyiwaŋŋana obulwadde. Basuubuzi mu butale bali ku muggalo, balimi n'obusimo biri era bali ku muggalo. Kwata ku mumwa ogwo ng'otyokonkokeera, weewale okukwata ku maaso n'emimwa egyo, weewale obubyamira oyo. It's about COVID-19.
You finished. I wish you hadn't. That was so nice. Wow, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, before I get into it, what is your poem about?
The poem is definitely about COVID. Kumugalo means lockdown. It's about the traders, it's about the schools, it's about everything. People everywhere. It's about the importance of the lockdown. People are things together, people are getting to talk to each other, old friends are checking on old friends. Enemies are checking on, people that we don't look eye to eye, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I've noticed with your poetry, you always, in between verses, there's a pause. It actually makes one think, is he done? And then you go into the next part. What are you trying to achieve, or what do you hope to achieve with that pause? Yeah.
First of all, it's called intonancy. It is like the heartbeat. The heart throbs and it rests. It throbs and it rests. So our forefathers used to do poetry in Uganda like that. So in so doing, I intend to make someone follow and make them feel like they're in suspense. Then I come back like like a war veteran, then I strike back, then that kind of thing. It is more of attracting the attention and driving the point home, really.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Tobias.
Saagala agalamidde, njagala eyawulidde, njagala eyategedde, mwenna abeebase nammwe abakkuse, mwenna muzuukuke. Saagala agalamidde, njagala eyawulidde, njagala eyategedde, mwenna abeebase nammwe abakkuse, mwenna muzuukuke. Njagala kumanya lwaki okwambala, okwogera n'okweyisa eby'ekizungu, olumba mugezi, olumba wa kabi, olumba wa bode. Naye bwe nfukamira mu Luganda, Lunyankole, Luswayiri ne mbuuza, olumba musiru, olumba mujega, misomo gyalema. Njagala kumanya lwaki ebyaffe bibi bijjudde ekizikiza, buli kiddugavu kiba kiraga kibi. Mu mizannyo, obutambi bwa nnyimba, ekiddugavu kiba kiraga kibi. Laba atutya n'okweyita amannya gaffe agaabwe kati ge mannya: Katerega James, Kambugu Leopold. Basanyuka nnyo okweyanjulanga James, Leopold ne Lian. Saagala agalamidde, njagala eyawulidde, njagala eyategedde, mwenna abeebase nammwe abakkuse, mwenna muzuukuke. Okunsomesa ku Napoleon, French Revolution, Italian Renaissance, nga simanyi lwaki ndi Muganda, simanyi lwaki ndi Munyankole. Ahiyambu Chris Columbus yavumbula America, naye nga ddala simanyi lwaki abachwezi baabula. Mu British Columbia balimanya emiti, naye nga simanyi njawulo wakati wa malamagambo na malabigambo. Ebyavaayo byaffe tebikyamanyi oba byaliyo, naye nga ddala byaliyo, wabula mbu nze naawe ffe tetwaliyo, naye John Speke ne Richard Burton bo baaliyo, era be baavumbula Kiira ne Nalubaale. Naye nze bwe mba nsoma okuyita, nina kuwandiika nayo na Victoria. Siringa voola eddiini oba kale avumirira amadiini, naye nga tebannajja naffe twalina eddiini. Katonda twali tumumanyi nga tebannatusomesa God. Eggulu lyaliyo nga tebannajja na heaven. Obumu twali bumu, naye kati twasigalira kweyisaako. Musoke takyabuuza Wamala lwakuba omu akkiririza mu Yesu, omulala wa Yezu. Namutebi takyanyumya na Namubiru lwakuba omu agenda mu Fanero, omulala wa Zoe. Hassan ne Hamza bali Kabwanango lwakuba omu wa Old Kampala ate omulala Kibuli kwafiira, naye nga bano bonna Baganda, bano bonna Banyankole, Bagisu, Balugwala, Bakyoli, naye eggwanga kyasigala kubeera kitiibwa. Saagala agalamidde, njagala eyawulidde, njagala eyategedde, mwenna abeebase nammwe abakkuse, mwenna muzuukuke.
Kusemba bikajjo singa nobikaawa, tulinywa kyayi nga tukaaba, maziga minyira bw'omanya ekigaleeta, atalina kisiikiriza aliweeka mulambo nga balenzi na bigambo, enjuba erikyapa abalaasi nga kw'otadde n'ab'ebiwalaata. Kuzimba nguudo zo zigenda mu Geyeena, kasita tulinawo okudda, bwe bukyanga ensi egaanye, ebyange nabyetisse dda, sirinze kufa nfuna amaanyi, sirinze kufa nfuuka olwazi,
ensi eyogera etya ng'enyiize gw'atamanyi gibuuze gw'atamanyi gibuuze. Kuzimba amasomero gandibadde makomera, ensi etunyigire ku nzigi nga bwe tukuba obubonero obutulaga nti tuggwaawo nga nnoni eriibwa lubaawo. Mirandira bwe giritandika olutalo oliyitaani ggwe gundi atakyalina nnyina na kitaawe.
Ebule n'ebwe bali ku muggalo, abantu bafa bonna bali ku muggalo, enguudo wonna era ezo ziri ku muggalo, maduuka gaabwe ago nno gali ku muggalo. Buleesa omwenkanonkano obulwadde, buleesa okuutabaŋŋana obulwadde, buleese okukolaŋŋana obulwadde, buleesa osonyiwaŋŋana obulwadde. Basuubuzi mu butale bali ku muggalo, balimi bonna eyo bali ku muggalo, basomesa mu masomero bali ku muggalo, abakozi bonna era bali ku muggalo. Naaba mu ngalo ezo weewala obulwadde, kwata ku mumwa ogwo ng'okokyonkokeera, weewala okukwata mu maaso n'emimwa egyo okwewala obulwadde